of USL League One last season. St. Louis last time out, a 1-0 win at Tacoma, and that was right off the back of a match 4 days earlier in Colorado. Different ways. Really didn't feel they played particularly well against Tacoma, but he said part of being successful is earning points when you don't play your best, and his team got 3 that have already beaten them this year, getting the better of teams that beat them even in the postseason last year, like the Town, and he expected a good performance. So we restart, just about 5 minutes gone in this first half in St. Louis. And Houston, City 2 squaring off for the second time. 0-2 in the playoffs in the first 2 seasons, lost in the quarters last year, in the semis in the Western Conference 2 years ago, both at the hands of Tacoma. This is Oscar Benitez, plays it to the middle for Cam Silly. It's really interesting hearing Bobby Murphy talk about the philosophy of the way they do things in St. Louis, but at least for right now, it's working for us. Here's Sebastián Rodríguez for Dynamo Dos, a bit heavy on that touch, and the ball deflected a couple times, and all the way down now to... Good step forward to win the ball there by Oscar Benitez for City 2. McSorley in the middle of the field. Juan Cusain back for McSorley, and he almost... Dynamo Dos coming off that 2-2 tie in Kansas City from home from Dynamo Dos, and in that game in Kansas, they got a brace from Usman Silla. A goal kick coming for Olivares. Perhaps shouldn't be surprising, the offensive nature of this match so far. Good 1-2 opportunity. Lewis out of Providence, where he played 4 seasons and was first team All Big East last year. A throw for Dynamo Dos. Was hoping for the same tonight, but knew it would be a much harder challenge on the road against a motivated group trying to avenge that loss. City 2 is only spot above the bottom in the Western Conference, but there's every reason to believe that Dynamo Dos is going to move up the table fairly quickly here. Even in their 4 top. Sebastián Rodríguez retreats with this. 16-year-old who has now started 11 matches this year for Dynamo Dos. So we restart here, now in the 27th minute. Relentless with the pressure right now in the 30th minute. Silla lost his footing there, and Dynamo Dos lost the ball. Seems like Houston needs a moment to reset here. Oscar Benitez wasn't quite able to get to it. So it remains 1-0. City 2 on top. A number of balls they've given away in their own end that have created some opportunities for City 2. That is certainly something Kenny Bundy's group would like to tighten up there. But the knowledge of the way that City 2 pressures you might have caused it, even though there really wasn't a lot of pressure in that situation. City 2 have really dominated this first half. Betcher ahead with speed. It's Betcher, poked away from him. There was an appeal for a hand, and foot on the gas this entire first half so far. And if you're a Houston fan, perhaps fortunate to only be chasing a goal at the moment. Kieran Sargent ends up back now with Valverde. 9-4, the shots advantage for the home side. Goal from Betcher in the 24th minute, making the difference at the moment. Can understand the energy getting a little lower as we approach the break. That is for Awodesu. Two-time Big Ten Defender of the Year at Penn State. Awodesu was a great player for the Nittany Lions. The middle, and it's sent away by McSorley there. Michael Venzel was involved in the action as well. Benitez clears this down. Really added to what they've brought to City 2. Beautiful move by Juan Kuzain there, and he's tripped up in the middle of the field. No whistle, we play on, and Usman Silla's on the run. Huntsville and Chicago in the second half now. And Fire 2 up 1-0 over Huntsville. Remember, Colorado and Ventura County still to come at 10 Eastern tonight. St. Louis looking to take over the top spot in the Western Conference table tonight. Like a lot of contact there, no whistle. Here comes Usman Silla on the pitch for both sides now. Houston, late match effort, a big focus this week for Kenny Bundy. Usman Silla. Houston has given up a lot of late goals this year. Staff would expect one to come shortly here in half number 2. 22 and a half minutes gone since the break. Kieran Sargent able to find Diego. Has been very active tonight. Once again, well-handled situation though by City 2. A foul now against Dynamo Dos and a yellow shown to Awodesu. There have been a lot of goals this season scored late in Houston matches. We see another tonight. As Dynamo Dos continues to search for an equalizer. Rodríguez laid it back for Medina Obando. Through traffic. Instead, City 2 came away with it. Juan Kuzain looking to turn and run. John Klein could not quite settle that ball off target. And obviously the only goal tonight, which came all the way back in the 24th minute from Ryan Betcher, his first professional goal. Trying to set something up for Dynamo Dos. Sargent lays it back to the middle. Rodríguez for Silla, and he kind of stepped on top of that ball. As Reed, Bobby Murphy said, you know, he was with Red Bull last year, just didn't quite work out, but as this year's gone along, we can see the light turning on for him. High pressure of City 2 makes it really hard on you. And another turnover here by Houston in the attacking third. Screen there was getting some water and looks set to come back on pretty quickly here.
A yellow card has been issued to Houston Dynamo's to bench in 82nd minute.
There was the announcement for the handful of jersey of Jefferson Valverde, so he's whistled for the foul. And Houston plays on with it. Usman Silla can make things. It's been a remarkable first couple months of the season for Bobby Murphy's team. Second year as the head coach of City 2, took over for John Hackworth, who was the head man in year 1 when City 2 played in MLS Next Pro, and obviously St. Louis City as a first. Sebastián Rodríguez. Now Awodesu. Nearly 2 minutes of stoppage time gone already. Bobby Murphy said his team has momentum. Here's Rodríguez. Trying to send one over the top for Reed. Away from him. Tate Lampman, who's gone the distance tonight. Rodríguez to Mwakatuya.